All right. So what is the title? The title is Animal Habitats. What do you see on the cover? We see here three different types of continents, right? Oh, four. There's Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia. And on it, there are many different types of locations and many different types of animals. What animals do you see? Right? A whale, an elephant, yes, penguins, bears. So let's go ahead and read about animal habitats. Where do animals live? Which habitats do you see? I see a desert, a forest, the ocean, the North Pole, right? So think about which animals live in which habitats. Camel lives in the desert. Which animal lives in the desert? Where does the camel live? What do you see in the background? And what is special about a desert? What makes the desert a desert? How's the weather in the desert? How's the temperature? Right? It's very, it's like summer, but like all the time. But at night, it gets really, really cold, right? So what's special about a camel? Something that's on its back. This is called a hump. Do you know what's in the hump? Fox lives in the forest. Which animal lives in the forest? Where is the fox's habitat? What other animal lives in the forest? Whale lives in the ocean. Which animal lives in the ocean? And where is the whale's habitat? What other animals can we see in the ocean? What's bigger than a whale? What's smaller than a whale? How is the temperature of this habitat? How does it feel? Polar bear lives in the North Pole. Now, what is special about the North Pole, everybody? What is special about this habitat? This habitat is very, very, got shiver, right? It's shivering. What other animal lives in the North Pole? Where do I live? So there's a question. Where do I live? What is your habitat? So what you're going to do is you're going to play the ladder game with these animals. What do we have? What animal is this? We have an owl, a penguin, right? An octopus, an alligator. Very good. You're going to cut these out. You're going to cut the locations out, and then you are going to play the ladder game and glue them on to the correct locations. All right, let's go on to the workbook. Oops, give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's start on our workbook. So what do we have? We have our habitat words. So the first word, do you know what this first word is? Let's sound it out. We have jungle. Jungle. Let's go ahead and connect it to the jungle. So which one of these is going to be the jungle? It looks like this is the jungle. All right, so the next one we have is forest. We got to sound out that T, forest. So the fox lives in the forest, right? Which one looks like the fox's habitat? Right here, this looks like the fox's habitat, right? The next one, how do we read that one? The next one is going to be North Pole. North Pole. So which one is North Pole? Right here, this one is North Pole. All right, and the one after that is desert. Desert. Where is the hot habitat? Desert. Right here, very nice. Next one is ocean. Ocean. So you're gonna look for the picture that's under the sea, the ocean. Did you find it? Right here. There's the ocean. And then finally, can you read that word? This one is called a farm. Can you say farm? Farm. And this is where the farm animal lives, right? So here's the farm. Let's go on to the next page. And now we're just going to write out the missing letter. So the first one is jungle, jungle. So what would we need to write? Jungle, jungle. The letter J, very good. So go ahead and write the letter J. The next one is forest, forest, forest. That is going to be the letter T, forest. Next one we have North Pole, North Pole. TH, right? The North, North Pole. Next one we have desert, 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 desert. That's the letter D, E, Ocean, ocean. Ocean is a little bit hard, so let's come back to it. Farm is a little bit easier, so let's spell it out. Farm, arm, arm, farm. So that's going to be FARM, right? Farm. So we used all of these letters. And then finally we have ocean, OCEAN. Very nice. Good. Let's go on to the next page. So we're going to match the animals with their home. So what animal lives in this place? The first one. Which habitat is that? That is the desert, right? So what animal lives in the desert? The camel. Very good. Camel lives in the desert. The next one is the North Pole. We see these big icebergs, right? So which animal lives in the ice? Which animal lives in the North Pole? The polar bear. Next one. Which animal lives in the ocean? Which animal lives in the ocean? So to guess about this one, This animal is going to have to swim very well, right? So if you're going to live in the ocean, you got to swim very well. So which animal lives in the ocean? The whale does. Yes. The next one, in the jungle. Which of these animals lives in the jungle? It probably lives within the water. It starts with an alligator. Which animal lives in the forest? It starts with the like the forest. There lives the fox. The fox lives in the forest. And finally, Old MacDonald had a farm, right? So who lives in the farm? The pig lives in the farm. Very good. Good job, everyone. Let's go on to the next page. So here we have our picture puzzle. You know what you're going to do, right? You're going to go to the next page. You're going to cut this image out. And then you're going to go back. You're going to glue it onto the frame. And let's write the title together. The title is Habitats. Can you say habitats? Habitats. Let's spell it. Whoops. Habitats. 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 So here we're going to look for the animal that does not belong. So which animal does not belong? So let's look at our first row. Let's look at the animals that we have. First, we have an alligator, a monkey, an elephant, and some meerkats. So which animal here does not belong? The answer is going to be meerkats, because meerkats do not live in the jungle. An elephant, monkey, and alligator, you can find all three of them in the jungle. Let's look at our next one. Penguin, bear, owl, and fox. Which one does not belong? That's right. It's going to be penguin. Penguins do not belong in the forest. The bear, owl, and fox, they are in the forest. What about the next one? What's the first one? What's the first animal? This is called a seal. Do you know what the next one is? Squirrel. Do you know what the next one is? Walrus. The next one? Polar bear, right? So we have a seal, squirrel, walrus, and polar bear. Which one does not belong? The squirrel. We cannot find the squirrel at the North Pole. The rest of the animals live in the North Pole, but not the squirrel, right? It's too cold. All right, let's look at our next one. We have a camel, a lizard, or a chameleon. We can call that a chameleon, a giraffe, and some cactus, right? Which one does not belong? You may say cactus, right? But three of these items, we can find them in the desert. One of them we cannot. So the answer would be giraffe. We cannot find a giraffe in the desert. Finally, we have whale. What's the next animal? Good. Pig. The next one? Octopus. Good. And then finally, seahorse. This is pretty easy. Which one does not belong? The pig. Why? Because it's not in the ocean. Very good. Good job. So in this next one, what you're going to do is you're going to do this one by yourself. So let's read together. We have, let me get my spotlight. There we go. So we have 1 red bear, 2 blue dolphins, 4 pink hippos, 3 orange camels, 1 green alligator, and 5 yellow ducks. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your color, and then you're going to get your coloring tools. You can get your color pencils, your markers, your crayon, and you're just going to, and you're just going to color. Oh, that covers it. Let me get my highlighter. There we go. Covered all the alligator. But yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to color them. I found the 1 green alligator. Go ahead, find the 1 red bear, 2 blue dolphins, 4 pink hippos, 3 orange camels, and 5 yellow ducks. Do that by yourself. Here we go. I spy animals. So I spy with my little eye. You know how to do this. What you're going to do is you're going to, whoops. Let me change my pen. So what you're going to do is you're going to count and write the numbers. I'm not going to do everything with you, but I will help you out. So I spy with my little eye. We're going to find the first one, the chameleon or the lizard, right? So let's count. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Is there more? No, I don't think so. So we're going to clear those out, and then we're going to get our pen. We're going to write 6. There are 6 chameleons. I'm going to do one more with you. Let's find the scorpion. Scorpion, here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's about it, right? So there are 7 scorpions. Very good. And you're going to find the rest by yourself. And you're also going to do that here on I Spy Animals in the Habitat of the Forest. So, whoops, we skipped way to the end. So here we are in the habitat of the desert. And here you're going to find your animals in the forest. So I will do the first one with you again. First one we have is a hedgehog. So let's go ahead and look for the hedgehogs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's about it, right? So I spied 10 hedgehogs. So that's what I'm going to do. So go ahead and find the rest of the animals and write their numbers down. Letter maze. Letter maze is very easy. I'm not going to do till the end with you. I'm going to start you off and you're going to finish it by yourself. You know your ABCs, right? So you're going to follow the maze in ABC order. So let me start you off. So here we go. Actually, I'm going to use a highlighter. So here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and then so on. And then you're going to find yourself to the end right here, okay? So it will be very helpful to sing your ABCs. All right, here it's the same thing. You're going to get the camel back to the desert. And what you're going to do, you're going to follow the number maze. So now you're going to count your numbers in order. I'll start you off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's next? Is it 8? Is it 15? No, it's 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So what you're going to do is keep going until the end in order. Let's look for the 5 differences. So let me zoom in a bit. We're going to look for our 5 differences. What's the first one? Caught the first one. So here's number 1. What's another difference you see? Ooh, 2. This one's a little bit tricky. Ooh, this is very tricky. There's 5 differences? Oh, here's a big one. Did not notice. So 1, 2, 3. I can only find 3. Can you find more? There are 5 differences? 4. Now I gotta find my last one. Did you find it? Please help me. Hmm. It's getting quiet. I'm trying to find the last one. I cannot find the last one. Can you find the last one, everyone? So I found 1, 2, 3, 4. Cannot find the last one. Very tricky. Or did you find it? Maybe there's only 4. I hope that there's only 4. I can't find it at all. Found it. Did you find it? This was very tricky. The direction, right? So there are 5 differences. That was very tricky. All right, let's go on to the next page. So for the animal home games, you are going to cut this out, create your spinner. So go ahead and get the help from get some help from your mom, and you're gonna create an animal. You're gonna create the animal homes game spinner. And it's gonna give you a number, and then you're going to watch the extra video that explains the game, and you're gonna go on to each habitat piece and try to guess the animal, right? And try to guess its habitat. And here you're going to complete an animal puzzle and with its habitat. So the first one is the North Pole. You're going to cut these out, mismatch. They are all mismatched, so you're going to match them to the correct pieces. The desert. You're going to do that with the desert animals. Cut them out. Cut out the mismatched pieces and match them with the correct animal to its correct body. The next one is forest. You're going to do the same. The ocean. And finally, we have our sight words that you're going to practice with your mom and or dad. Good job, everybody.